Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my readings are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you wish to donate for my channel, all the links will be in the description box down below. So let's get into your reading. All right, Pisces, so messages. 1, dealing with monitoring spirits. Okay, so pay attention and be careful, all right? And not all monitoring spirits are bad. Monitoring spirits monitor. And I mean, okay, so one, let me take that back because it's trying to see what you're doing. Some maybe for like, I mean, because I don't know how to really make a monitoring spirit good. I feel like it was a true statement based off the fact that some people genuinely want to just know how you are okay, and know that you're okay. But it's still an invasion of your privacy because it's somebody being nosy. So, meaning, if your kids call you and say, you know, how you doing or whatever, it's a monitoring spirit, but they genuinely, you know, are your kids, so, you know, could that be a bad thing? Well, it depends on what spirit is active in the child. You see what I'm saying? So, just be mindful, because today has been a day of me dealing with monitoring spirits, and it's slightly, I want to say, I don't know, underhanded or whatever, but some of them are just genuinely curious. But again, we sometimes don't know what spirit is being active in a person, so we got to pay attention. Then, I never paid attention to what my hand, because nothing is a coincidence, all right? So I'm going to just tell y'all that. One time, I was actively doing a spell, and the spell required for a blood sacrifice. It needed some of my blood. But because I'm not just going to, you know, go around sticking myself and all this other stuff, it was a little bit, you know, shy on my part because I didn't have the blood. But literally, like, within an hour, because I put the spell to the side, I started doing something else. It was basically trying to keep some people, you know, out of my energy and out of my face. So it wasn't doing anything to do anything to anybody. It was more or less me, protecting me. So, less than an hour, I was walking around in the kitchen barefoot, which as I always do, never have an issue. And guess what? Stepped on some piece of glass, and voila, blood everywhere. Now I got my blood for the spell I was doing. So last night when I was talking to you guys, I'm saying, or whenever I did the reading, I'm telling you guys that, you know, there's a hindrance, a stopping of, you know, the energy, like something trying to hold you back, something trying to stand in your way. The energy feels very heavy. It does, because it still do. Just the things that they're doing is basically freaking annoying me, for instance. I can tell you that. But anyway, so that wasn't the point. The point was, I just woke up again. And as soon as I woke up, I mean, no more than 10 minutes ago, literally as soon as I wake up, it's somebody on my phone texting me. And this person saying, hey, just wanted to say that I miss you, and that, you know, I just wanted to catch up to you. Wanted to say I love you, I miss you, and I wanted to catch up with you. No, ask me how I was doing. So I sent back, hey, because at first I started to say I miss you too, but then I realized that would be a lie, so why would you tell that person that? Why would you say that? Because you ain't even thought of that person. So I said, hey, I sent the hand, and I said, all is well, how are you? But this person seems like they always give me, they monitoring my business, because it's always like, even if I don't talk to that person, they know more of my business than I know, because they be on social media all the time. And so anything that I post on social media, this person is actively paying attention to. So, which is weird to me, okay? So, because I'm on the same social media that they are on, and I see their stuff pop up and I don't think about it, okay? So I may be a little bit weird like that, because I could be on social media and I just be doing my own thing. I post what I post and then I leave. So I'm not an active, like, okay, I'm just searching. No, I got too much stuff to do. I got business. So because I got business, I be minding it. And yeah. So coming out of my wake, when I'm coming out of my sleep, that's what's happening. So now, then the person sends a message, okay, well, we need to catch up. And why? What do we need to catch up for? All right, Kelly's back, which is now giving me something else. So Cali is for California. Cracking up. All right, so either way, so hey friend, back to the finger. So I didn't think that, again, one, I feel like somebody's doing blood magic, because that was the sign for me to pay attention to. Because even right now, my finger is cut in an area that, one, I can't keep this Band-Aid on my finger for forever, because for one, in order for it to heal up, the Band-Aid has to come off. But two, the location that it's at, I done reopened the same wound like 3 times. And I mean, when this thing bleeds, it bleeds heavily. So I'm over here like, okay, now what to do? But now it's giving me the vibe like the universe is doing its own spell. And basically the last key and the part of it was that it's your blood was needed, your DNA. So something about your DNA being important. I don't know if y'all see that, but stay in your guard, stay in your ground. Do not back down. Stand 10 toes down, stand firm. Everything is working itself out. So just know that no matter what's happening right now in your life, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, it's actually designed to be that way. So you got people wanting to come back into your energy, people that want to meddle for some reason. Like I said, it's always giving the vibe of like, why are you here? Who sent you? Who sent you? Who sent you? All right, so we got somebody, again, want to come back in your energy. We got here, stay in your guard, stay in your ground, because if you want this 10 of Cups thing, you got to make sure that don't back down. And it's coming in quickly, so you manifesting things very, very quickly, okay? So we got Elizabeth and the Lion here. It's time to become a great leader. Elizabeth and a Lion. So we got a queen, and her spirit animal is a lion. It's time for you to stand up. It's time for you to be out in the front. Then we have Fiona and a unicorn, the gift of sacred sight. So the gift of sacred sight, you know, you being able to see, but you have to be a pure soul in order to see a unicorn. So your heart being pure. The numbers for both of these are 20 and 29. But for some reason, it's giving me like, because both of these women are here with their spirit animals. So it's like stepping up and being fierce. Giving me 2 separate gifts, 2 separate talents, but each very strong and independent in their own right. Also, being a purity is a wonderful thing, especially when it comes to like stepping in your magic, stepping into your gifts, because it makes it a whole lot easier for them to activate and a whole lot easier for you to be able to work in them. We got Kali Ma, from Death Comes Rebirth. So you already know what that is, like giving the Phoenix energy. So, but this Kali is giving me also Jinn vibes. So we got the number 13 here, which is my favorite number because it's my oldest son's birthday. So again, that would be like the first one leading the pack. And she don't look like she came to play. When it looked like she came to clean some shit up. So energy of, you know, cleansing and clearing. And it's also showing like she has her hand in many different things, many different areas. So when she's cleaning up a lot of different situations all at one time. So again, she don't look like she came to play. She looked like she got a serious, stern look on her face, and she done already gave out the warning. I told y'all to get this shit done. You ain't cleaned it up, so now I'm gonna clean it up for you, okay? And then we have the Lantern Fairy, a clear solution coming out of nowhere. Those numbers, 13 and 24, we got 42, 31, 92, and the number 2, okay? So those numbers also be in there. We got a heart with a key, welcome in love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together, and perfect, okay? So things being perfect. I'm getting, because even when I said that, I am Callie, there's an inside joke. So there's a friend that you have, and there's a inside thing between you and that person. So it's kind of like building your own, because that's what that's giving me. It's like building your own language or building your own situation, a clear solution. So that's shedding light on things. So pretty soon, you gain clarity. We gain clarity in a situation. All right, so I like that. Back to the heart with a key. Welcome in love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together, and perfect. So the person who is destined and designed for you, meeting the one, opening your heart, so not allowing your heart to be closed from things that you have dealt with in a previous situation or in a previous and past life. Opening your heart to new situations, or just welcoming love into your heart, because maybe people have been getting on your nerves. So we also have, or we got a karmic relationship here. So, you know, you opening your heart from that. You may feel like, I just can't because I don't want to, but they're saying, please make sure, be mindful that your heart is open. That's the highest frequency of love. That's of God. God is love. So just be mindful of that. We have, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. So letting go and loving God, letting go and loving you, letting go and loving yourself, but let go and let God. Let go and let God do the work, let you do the healing. And also, even when I said that, God being within you. So you opening up to your higher self. Let go and let God. Let your inner God step in and step up. Either way, a lesson that you had to learn in a situation, and now getting closure and moving on past that. We got self-indulgence here, focusing on self, self-worth, a time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. It's self-explanatory. Doing the work, doing the healing, doing the inside out, because that's what that is. Making sure that your inside matches your outside. So making sure you are as beautiful on the outside as you are on the inside. And that keeps reminding me of whoever made that comment. They said that is, I forgot what they actually said, but that was how they explained it. Like, being as beautiful on the outside as you are on the, being as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. And then they said that, I forgot which word they used, but whoever you are, I'm sure you know that I'm talking about you. And then for some reason they keep taking me back to this spell. So apparently, because I was saying the universe doing its own spell, but your DNA being important, because again, my finger bleeding is not a coincidence. I just ain't figured out where it's supposed to go yet. But literally, it be bleeding all over the place. So it may have automatically went where it needed to be useful anyway. And I just don't know. Because I try to stop it every time. And then, you know, I'm the only person around. So there's nobody else around me. So I can't be infecting nobody's food or anything like that. But now that I'm saying that, y'all might need to pay attention, because that also could be potentially a warning for you that somebody's trying to do a blood ritual on you, and watch your food, because that was a thing before. Somebody putting blood in your food. That was how they were trying to get you closer to them. That was how they were trying to, you know, do something to your mind. It was connecting you to them through blood. So just be mindful, because again, like I said, this happened for a reason. And the last time I was actively doing something, this time I'm not actively doing something, but maybe it might be pointing me in the direction that, okay, well, you're about to be actively doing something, so I need it. But it also gave me the fact that actively doing something could just be the universe actively doing whatever it is, because there's been some stuff. And I don't know if anybody knows anything about this, but I have been seeing like ash falling from the sky today, and also it's like dissipating smoke balls. So if anybody knows anything about that, that could be something that somebody that is watching my channel is connected to, and that could be the reason why I'm seeing it. But that has been a thing today. We have not today, not dealing with a situation, somebody is hurt, avoiding a conversation, a call, somebody that is still needing to set personal boundaries and personal space, and somebody that is still angry in a situation. So again, self-explanatory. Somebody's not wanting to deal with something, and you got people trying to push into your energy, push into your area, and it's basically like, I already said I'm not doing that. But yet you still got people trying to, you know, push their way into a situation, or trying to, you know, make you talk to them, because that has been a thing as well. Like people trying to make you talk to them, and for what? I don't got to talk to you. I don't got to talk to none of y'all. So, you know, that being a, so people being pushy, more or less. That's what that would be. All right, so we have the sword and the sword and the rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So this being over in this corner, and then a clear solution coming right here. So Callie showing up, a clear solution, and being in clarity. So a cleansing area, a cleansing. Why can't I talk now? Okay. A cleansing energy from everything being cleared out. So as things being cleared out, there's revelation happening in certain situations pertaining to you. All right, so we have a knight here, a knight here. We have equal give and take. So we have also seeds being sown, a chapter being cleared out, a level up in your energy with the world. I'm hearing the world is yours. What do you want to do? We got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. So let's see what's happening here. So Emperor, rule, structure, power. So be it following your moral compass as well. And under the Emperor is wish fulfillment and 3 of Swords. Also being celebrated. Also 2 of Cups. So totally giving me a completion in the area, moving on, leaving. So somebody manifesting a situation, but also receiving wish fulfillment and being celebrated in the process. Going through a healing situation, or some type of painful ending that happened. Anyway, Emperor being there, meaning structure, power, rules. Also dominance, but it's basically like standing your guard, standing your ground. So the card that I was talking about from the beginning that was out there, own your space with confidence. So stepping up and being a true leader and doing the things that you need to do, being very disciplined, very practical. All right, I like that energy. All right, so we have a Knight of Swords here, very ambitious, fast thinking, action oriented, brave, motivated for success, defending your beliefs, and truth seeking. All right, you are strong and full of energy, ready to take on the world. That's a clearing energy also, but it's something that's happening very, very fast. So it seems like it goes with the Emperor, standing up, being powerful, but it says you are strong, you're ready to take on the world. So it's like you have done the work, you went through whatever it was you needed to do, because I'm hearing dark night of the soul. So whatever it was that you have gone through during that time, or just a dark place, you got the Lantern Fairy here guiding you out of a dark place. So a clear solution, showing you where to go, what to do, how to get there, how to navigate through this situation. Also Callie here putting her hands in different pots and different situations to clear out some energy and move things along. We got the 6 of Pentacles here. giving, receiving, generosity, fairness, charity, sharing, inheritance, gifts, present, prosperity, and abundance. Sharing your success builds more success. So it's like equal give and take, reciprocity. So giving, it's like how money flows or how energy flows. Give and take. Being a cheerful giver and knowing that you're going to receive it back. So what is the affirmation? Any money that I put out comes back to me tenfold. So it's basically like that energy, things being in balance, knowing how the universe actually works, and it's also laws. So that's giving me like somebody needs to understand how the laws work, how the laws of the universe work, because those are very much important, especially when it comes to manifestation. The laws are definitely important because you got to make sure that you're manifesting properly. All right, we have another night here. So lots of energy and lots of movement happening. Express your creativity and compassion and love and emotion, okay? With love and emotion. So charity, but this is giving me like something coming in for you. Something very, very romantic, something very beautiful, something very charming. Imagination, beauty, knight in shining armor, following your heart, and proposals. So wherever your heart leads you, wherever your heart's desire, following that and stepping up, like moving in that direction. So definitely moving in that direction. We have long-term view, hard work, perseverance, diligent investments, and sustainable results. Looking back on what you have achieved gives you the learning to set your goals. So 7 of Pentacles is basically, I just hesitated because I was just trying to figure out how all these things are basically tying together, because you got walking in and offering something, but then it has like seeds that you have planted. So seeds that you have planted in a universe and things coming to fruition. So a manifestation of something that you put in the ground. So it's like farming. You put seeds in the ground in order to make collard greens. It takes a little bit of time. You got to water it, but then eventually the seed turns into collard greens. So it was giving me like even this. So you walking into a situation, offering your heart, offering your love, offering a situation, but then it still has to be nurtured. It still has to be developed. It still has to, be grown. It still has to be watered, and you still have to make sure it receives proper sunlight and all these other things. So it's like waiting for that thing to come in, but still put it in the work while you don't have nothing but a seed. Okay, so it's giving me good things come to those who wait, okay? So everything you have worked for is coming together. The world is a level up, a completion, an accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, and arriving. Travel, you already know what travel is. That's like moving around. So more energy. Like all these cards are movement. So something is happening, maybe faster than you even think. Things come into alignment, but also you receiving something, because attainment, and there's a gift. Somebody's walking in to bring you something. So, and somebody's rushing in to give you something right there. So either way, we go split that, and it's like a light jog, but either way, it's on the way. All right. So that also might be telling us something. You might need to get out and get a light jog going. I don't know, but that's the energy that's giving me. So for some reason, after I said that, then it's giving me like somebody running a marathon. And now Nipsey Hussle, the marathon continues. Nipsey Hussle is from California. So that could be significant or important for somebody. All right, so that's what we got on that. Let's see what else we got. All right, all I can hear is something saying all signs, all signs. All right, all signs. So pay attention, all signs. All right, we got the devil here. We got the Queen of Swords here. All right, let's get one more card and see what's happening. But the devil is about doing your shadow work and attainment. So shadows being had, but also being attached to something. Addictions, temptation, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. So doing your shadow work, making sure that things are done appropriately. But anyway, we have at the bottom of the deck 4 of Wands, so I'm gonna just set that right there. Okay, so excuse me, you are only limited by what you believe is possible. And the crazy part about this card is, for all the negative connotation that it has, the message is very, very positive. You are only limited by what you believe. So you can't move if you believe you can't move. You're only restricted if you believe you're restricted. So that's also giving me like voodoo vibes, because I always hear people say like voodoo don't work on you if you don't believe in it. Well, there's a lot of people that believe in it, and so now what? But the vibe also is nothing's gonna work on you if God said it don't work on you no way. So, because I keep hearing that Beyonce song, Destiny's Child song. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. So when Jesus say yes, and again, I told y'all I don't like because they do that interchangeably, because it's basically when God says yes. If God says yes, nobody can say no. Jesus sits at the right hand of God, so I don't know why that keeps being a thing, even because I have to, always point that out. But it's not up for debate or argument. It is what it is. People can believe what they want to believe. I'm not judging or anything else like that, but that's the song. I keep hearing when Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. So that would also give me Christian vibes, like somebody saying, I don't believe in the devil. Okay. I'm not here to put it up for debate, but that's what I hear. Somebody saying, I don't believe in the devil. Somebody could potentially believe that they are the devil. And that's all they want to, deal in, which is cool. I ain't judging. But we talking about shadows here, doing your shadow work, or things that go bump in the night, because shadows is like a image of basically you, like when you're standing in the sun, what your shadow is doing. Your shadows sometimes look bigger than you do standing in the sun. So that means your demons could be bigger than what you even know, but you're only tied to them if you insist that you're tied to them. So people, places, and things, you're only tied to them if you think that you're tied to them. Even the devil got a good message. You're only limited by what you believe is possible. So that's like having a strong mind, having a strong will, is what that would give me. So we got a Queen of Swords here, unbiased judgment, independent justice, clear boundaries, coldness, being very direct communication, a clear mindset, and perceiving something however you perceive it. Your clear communication always allows you to express what's best for you and everyone else. All right, so basically that's having boundaries. Unbiased judgment, so thinking very head over heart, not putting your emotions in it. This is just what it is, and this is the way it need to go, or this is what is happening, and just being very truthful and honest in your thought process. And this whole section over here talks about clarity, things being brought into light, revelation. So that would be also like exposure, depending upon what word you want to use, because it's like one of those things where, so that could be people being exposed for who they are, what they've been doing, because I started off this with monitoring spirits. So people being exposed for just that, trying to figure out what your business is, what your next plans is, what you're doing. But certain things at this point in time, I'm getting the feeling like even if a person think they're gaining information off of you, they're only gaining what you're allowed to give them. So that's also a thing. Because I know with me, I'm only going to tell you what I feel like you're supposed to know, because my spirit is going to say, don't tell this person that, or don't tell these people this, because again, it gives me like high priestess energy, high priestess vibe, on a need to know basis. As things start to open up, and as like you build trust with a person, or if you build rapport with a person, because that could be like people at your job or whatever. As you build rapport with these people, you start to reveal like this, that, or third, certain things that don't matter, certain things that are already like posted or online, or you know, like me, there's a lot of stuff that's in my tarot readings. So I'll tell people stuff and they act like they're shocking. It's shocking news, but it's really not. If you just go back to when I was glitching, it's right there. So you just missing the part that, or you just missed the video of where it was at and you know what happened. But this also gives me like a very guarded vibe, because truth and clarity, some people aren't ready for the truth, because all I keep hearing is you can't handle the truth. So some people are just totally not ready for the truth, and the truth gets revealed to everybody when it's time. And that's just it. That's just all. So even in this reading, like, I can say certain things that other people will pick up on, but to somebody else it's going to go over top of their head, because it's not meant for them. It's like the Bible. You read the Bible 9,000 times and you get something different every time. So it's like your level of understanding to where you are. Some things just aren't meant for certain people. It just is the way that it's designed. So at every level or of where you are is what you're going to gain or what you're going to get. So just be mindful of your level and you know what you're doing, and actually just minding your own damn business is what's important to me, because that's what it keeps giving me all the time. Just worry about yourself, worry, you know, the things that God puts in alignment, because it's not just being a selfish vibe either. Even though if you're going through that phase, that's fine too, because that means that you were a person who gave enough. You gave at the offering, okay? So you could just be in a phase where it's now time for you to deal with yourself, and that's cool too. And if somebody is calling that selfish, guess what? They're not meant to be around you either, because that means that they don't know that you're allowed to have boundaries and personal space. All right. Also, I would like to thank the person, and I'm sorry that I didn't write it down, but they told me, they were saying something about my desk being connected to the elements, because it's solid wood, and my desk absorbing the energy that was being sent. And that was totally true, because I noticed that even when you made that comment, I go from back and forth to either putting there's a glass that goes on top of this table, and lately I just been interchangeable. Like, you know, when it's supposed to be set up the way it's supposed to be set up, then I leave the glass on the table. But I noticed that for my readings, a lot of times I've been taking the glass off and doing the readings there. So whoever, the person that said it, you know who you are, because you comment a lot, and I love your comments, and thank you for commenting, and thank you for, you know, being on my channel. You told me you would tell me your story whenever it was time in my inbox. So I'm waiting, and thank you. Thank you for just being a part of the channel, period. But you were correct, because and I just wanted to let you know that your intuition was totally popping on that, because that's definitely been a thing. So I don't know if you saw that or if you just intuitively picked that up, but that was actually really true. So we have judgment here, a rebirth, or inner call, a new phase, absolution, a reckoning, an awakening, redemption, forgiveness, and mercy. Answering the call to action creates new opportunities. So stepping up into your power. If God says, I'm going to send you here into the pits of hell, will you go? So answering the call creates new opportunities. You might not want to go into the pits of hell, but if God's sending you, why not? If God be for you, who be against you? So that's the other thing. Everybody says they have faith and they love God, but if God sends you into a strange area, into a strange city, into a strange state, into a strange government, into a strange foreign land, are you going to answer the call to action? Because also, as you're being sent there, that opens up new chapters, new doors, new lessons, new blessings for you, because it's something that you are not used to. It's actually like the thing, change is uncomfortable. It's going to be a huge change, because you're definitely about to put your feet in places that you never even thought that you would, because God called for you to go. You're going to end up being around people that you never thought you would be around, because God called for you to go. So are you stepping up and answering the call that's going to get you into the next phase? So we also have awakening, redemption, forgiveness, and mercy. Mercy always gives me goodness, and mercy will follow me throughout all of my days. So knowing that God, if God be for you, who's going to be against you? God grants you goodness and mercy. Their favor ain't fair. And if you have favor with God, that's when God always sends his soldiers, his stronger soldiers, to do the battle for him. That's what people say. And that's why people be like, well, God, you must think I'm a very strong soldier because you just been testing me. Like, well, he was getting you ready. He was preparing you. You went through all that. But being mindful, because redemption and forgiveness also means that you're going to run into people who are maybe not of the highest character or the highest moral set. And if God forgives you, or God is forgiving, then we also have to be forgiving. We don't got to forget shit now. Don't get that messed up. And it's funny because I said that the other day in a reading. I can forgive, but I don't got to forget the situation. I can forgive you, but I also don't got to allow you into my space. And then there's this thing that I look at sometimes online. It's it teaches you, because me reverting to Islam, it teaches me about different sayings and different beliefs in the Muslim religion. And that's one of the things that they teach you, the exact same thing. You are to forgive, but don't ever forget, because you don't want to let this person bite you twice. It says something, but then it says twice scorn. So like, if you forgive the person, you still don't let them close enough to you to do the exact same thing to you twice. You would be a fool. Why would you do that? So you can forgive a person, but that don't mean you got to let them back into your energy. And hell no, we won't go. And look at this card, that being the first card that started off with, and now it's the last card that's there. I moved this card, which is the last card, but I'm give you this, and then that card's there. So definitely stand in your guard, stand in your ground, creating boundaries. Do not let these people overrun you. Stand your ground, 10 toes down. No surrender, no retreat. Okay, do not back down. The kingdom is yours. Get down or lay down. All right, so 4 of Wands being here: celebrations, joy, harmony, marriages, engagements, home, reunion, community, domestic happiness, creativity, and freedom. And the minute I said that, I heard you are free to roam around the country. Like, so air travels, and I mentioned travel in your in this reading already, but that's what it gives me the vibe, like being on an airplane. Be ready for every opportunity you have worked for. So be ready so you don't have to get ready. So if y'all don't realize, I keep telling y'all, there's travel in Pisces energy right now. And I also said to pack a bag. Get ready so you don't have to, be ready, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So be ready for every opportunity that you have worked for. You have been preparing for this your whole life. God has been preparing you for this your whole life. All the blessings, everything that you have wanted is here. Like, I keep telling people, we live in a beautiful time right now, because with the situations and the way everything is opening up, and the veil being lifted, it's like you can see miraculous, wonderful things happening. Like, things that we thought were just fairy tales, you can now see are actually really real. And so, although it's like, still taking some time for, things to really unveil and really, be put in the foresight, in the front line, you still know that it exists, and there's things that are just miraculous and amazing and beautiful. And, even though there's some traumatic shit happening, because, we keep being attacked by people, but it's almost like they know the next phase of your journey, and they don't get to have that. So to me, like, me being single and able to now, like, I can do whatever I want. My son is, I don't have any kids or anything like that, so I can almost now do anything that I want. And the minute that my divorce is final, that means I don't have any ties to anybody, anything on this earth. I can do whatever it is I want to do. All I have to do is say, this is the direction, and that's what I get to do. I get to say I want to go in multiple directions, and that's what I get to do. So whatever my heart's desire, I get to do. All I got to do is put it up in the universe. So I see why somebody would be mad at that. The job that I'm creating is online. That means I could do it anywhere I go. Anywhere I want to be on earth, I could do my job as long as they have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is everywhere. That means I can be anywhere. You see what I'm saying? So, and depending upon how I want to go, I could actually take this table right here with me. And I can still be filming my videos, and I can be in a different location and nobody ever know that I'm somewhere else that other than where I normally am. That's the amazing part about the life that I'm creating. So I see why people would be envious of that. The life that you're creating is something that you wanted. And look how so many things, like so many different negative things, put me in this situation though. That's the weirdest part. Like, and so it's like not changing what happened to you to get here. Like, I wouldn't change a thing. And sometimes I've even said, like, I truly didn't have to go through that, because in the middle of a tower when everything's falling down, and things that I have built that, you know, but again, I'm not attached to anything, because I know if God built it once, he's going to build it bigger and better the next time. So I keep saying, even after this, I'm going to have another house again. So I'm going to have more than just one house. The next house that I get, I'm going to pay cash for. I'm speaking it into fruition. That's how much faith. The faith of a mustard seed is all you need. And I have that faith. God is going to show that everything that happened to me was by divine design. He had to move them people out of my way. So I am becoming Talisha Herman. And that's what I love. I am becoming the person that I was destined and designed to be. And I love that for me. So I love that for y'all. Y'all are becoming the person that you were destined and designed to be. And y'all story might not be the same as my story, but it is the same as your journey, the trials and tribulations that you have gone through, getting you to the next phase. So Pisces, that's the reading. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and go with God.